Hey, good morning. It's Anna here. It's Monday. So let's chat for a second about this also critical conversation on forgiveness. Forgiveness impacts us both physically, emotionally, and spiritually. I'm going to call that mind, body, and spirit as well. And so forgiveness is generally defined as it's a conscious decision to release resentment towards someone else. So easier said than done, right? And so when I have these chats, I'm really talking about my life, the things that I have been able to move through and overcome. Not that it's not challenging, because it absolutely is. It's easier to say these things than it actually is to do these things. And that's why repetition, just like walking, just like exercising, just like breaking bad habits, repetition, it becomes easier with time, and you become able to better understand how powerful it really is to move to a place of forgiveness. There's a scripture in a very popular book called the Bible, and I spent quite a bit of time there. But it says something like, and I'm paraphrasing, I believe this is located in Matthew. We're going to drop it in the text. But it says, forgive lest you will not be forgiven. I think I said that right. In other words, that if you don't forgive someone else, then you will not be forgiven by the Creator Himself. And so I don't know about you, but I don't like to run the risk of falling into that place of unforgiveness. So the effort it takes to move to a place of forgiveness is so worth it, because you want to be aligned with what you believe. What are your moral beliefs? What do you stand for? Who are you in this vast world that we exist in? So I choose, and forgiveness is a choice. It's just the same as unforgiveness is a choice. We have a choice, and we choose to go the journey of forgiveness. It doesn't mean we excuse the bad behaviors from others, but what it does mean is that we live free from the bad behaviors. We set boundaries around those situations that are going to place us in situations that we feel intimidated or made felt otherwise out of control sometimes. So, unforgiveness will even do that to us, right? So we'll have these moments of extreme frustration because we don't understand what's happening around us, or what's happening in us really is the most important part, right? And so sometimes we get in these situations, and if we're living in a place of unforgiveness, the least little thing will set us off. And so it's not about the thing that's happening. It's really about what's happening inside of us. It's really about what we need to go inside to deal with, right? And many times it's unforgiveness. And unforgiveness can render us just stuck in life, right? We go around and round, as I said in an early video, we talk about the same stuff, and we get involved in the same things. That's because, for me, at least, I have not dealt with the real challenges. The root of it all, for me, was unforgiveness. So when I understood the power of forgiveness, it was a key to unlock the door to live a life of joy. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to face these challenges again, because we will. We'll face them daily, hourly sometimes, right? And then we have to move once again in that place where we can find forgiveness for ourselves, right? And for ourselves first, right? It's like putting on your own life jacket before you throw a life jacket to someone else. And while I'm advertising as a director at Goodwill for many years, a wonderful position. But anyway, so forgiveness, it's for you. Forgiveness is for me. To live a life of peace, to live a life of joy, to live a life content in wherever I find myself. So yeah, we're going to keep talking about this word forgiveness. I think that I'm not unusual in this challenge. I think a lot of us face these things. We just don't talk about them, right? It's kind of like grief, right? So grief and forgiveness and unforgiveness, they are very closely related and very neatly webbed together and unrecognized as grief. And so when we look at the topic of forgiveness, when we look at grief, when we look at how we recover from grief, it often requires for us to take a look back in the things that have happened in our life and move to a place of forgiveness for ourselves, right? For ourselves. So look, it's Monday. You guys have a great week. We'll talk real soon now. Bye-bye.